Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by the Wednesday Night Live. Hey, Gary. Hey, John. Murph Outdoors. There's a new name. I haven't seen you on here before, Murph. Welcome. Oh, it's James from Oregon. All right. Well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Mike, Big Bait Posse. I honestly almost forgot about the Wednesday Night Live. I was playing Uno with my granddaughter, and I was like, holy cow, I got to jump out here real quick and get this going. Yeah, John, I'm going to guess you guys missed the hurricane. I know Gary, I talked to him earlier. He said it missed him too. So we had a lot of smallmouth turned in this week compared to last week. I'm going to throw up that spreadsheet here in a little bit. We'll give it a little time for it to populate. We only got 3 folks in here right now. Hey, Ted, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Gary there. Gary said the hurricane missed him by 20 miles. Man, I wouldn't care at all as long as it missed me. How many miles it was. Hey, Chris Bogley, how are you, buddy? Good to see you on here. For you folks who have been sending their nominations or sent in for the team tournament, I've got them all. John, I got you and Lydia set up. Hey, Bass Hunter 360, another new name in here. The team tournament is filling up pretty quick, which is awesome. We definitely have probably enough to make sure we get that tournament kicked off. But if you have folks that are, what's up, Spaceman? If you have folks that are still interested, please let them know. Give me an email. We got plenty of time. September 20th is when that kicks off. So we got 3 more weeks. Brian Green, Bass Hunter. So I got a Bass Hunter 360 and Brian Green, the Bass Hunter, in here. We got a lot. We had a lot of clouds that came, high-level clouds that came in from the hurricane up here in Virginia. No rain or nothing. It went way out, but it gave us high-level clouds. But I thought that would help the fishing today. Now I got Bass Hunter Brian Green, and Bass Hunter 360. You guys can have a bass off for who is the real bass hunter, a fish off for who is the real bass hunter. Well, Brian Green, I tell you what, since you won the 5 bass draw, I have to give you the title because you've actually earned it. You know, and that was a damn. There's only one Bass Hunter 360. That's true, Mike. But Brian, you did win the 5 bass draw which is out of 8. What did we have? 861 people in that tournament. That's pretty good. And man, it ended up being a really tough format, and we are not changing it for next year because that was a great tournament. Hey, Russell, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you, brother. Russell is in between me and Chris Bogley. Chris is in around Easton, PA. I'm 50 miles south of DC, and Russell is right in the middle of DC. Hey, Nicole, good to see you. So I'll tell you what, we got about 16 folks in here. I will get that spreadsheet ready to get presented. Just a moment for the current, the real bass hunter, I'm going to guess is TRBH. Hey, Mike from Reese Life Dad Life. Thanks for stopping by. Hey guys, if you're not following Mike at Reese Life Dad Life, give him a hook set. Really great channel. He gets out there with his kids. It's awesome. It's awesome. In Indiana. Yeah, thanks, Russell. If you don't mind, hit the old thumbs up. That helps us out a lot here. So the old algorithm machine, as they call it. Interesting enough, though, today I went out, before I throw up the spreadsheet, I'll tell a little bit of fishing story. I went out to the lake closest to my house, which is Able Lake. And the fishing was, I caught 15 total. I caught 1 5-pounder, and all the rest were like 10 inchers. But there were probably 6 or 7 boats on the lake this morning, and everybody came by me and said, hey, I was watching your YouTube channel last night. Which is really cool. It's good to see people out there on the lake that's watching my channel. So if I seen you today on Lake Able Lake and you're tuning in tonight, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. The bite wasn't really great, but it's better than going to work. I got the rest of the week off, and I'll be out there fishing the rest of the week. So better than working. All right, folks. Shane, I think we need a few mods in here. That way you can share the links for you if you want. I got you. I don't know how to do that from StreamYard. I think I've made, do I have to do that in YouTube, Ted? Or can I do it in StreamYard? Murph Outdoors says I'm actually fishing right now. Let me look at this. I can ban you, Ted, but I can't give you a mod. If someone knows how to do that from StreamYard, let me know. And I agree, Ted. I like that idea for sure. All right, let me throw this spreadsheet up real quick where we can get everybody knowing what's going on. I will tell you, I was shocked at a couple of these fish. Let me get this presented. Yes, on the YouTube side. All right. I'll figure it out, Ted. You're right. I want to do that. And let's get back here to share. And we are looking at the current standings right now. There we go. Bass Hunter, not Brian Green. Maybe that's Bass Hunter 360. Oops. Let me get rid of that. Sorry about that, guys. 55.25, a 20.5 inch smallmouth. That's a nice smallmouth. Mike Pendleton at Big Bait Posse is in second at 51.5. Nathan Cross, which is a local guy here. He's been fishing with me out on the boat. He got a 21 inch smallmouth. It's a nice smallmouth. He's in third place right now at 50.5. A lot of people hadn't turned fish in, but I'm sure there's more fish to come. But that's where we stand right now. A lot of room to grow. I think I got everybody up to date. I went through my email real quick. If I miss somebody, we'll get that updated. But right now it's Bass Hunter, Mike Pendleton, and then Nathan Cross is in third place, followed closely by Mike there in Indiana, Race Life Dad Life. He's 6 inches out, and James Anderson, who's got 3 turned in. And remember, you can call in this tournament. You can turn as many fish in this tournament you want. If you catch a bigger, matter of fact, I got some today that we're calling. So you can turn in as many bass as you want in this tournament. You don't have to wait till the end. There's no 1 inch limit. This is just biggest 3 bass on this tournament. 21 inch smallmouth, 20 and a half, 20. When you get over 20 on smallies, man, you're catching some nice ones. Yeah, Ted, man, you caught some nice smallmouths up in PA. But I know it's hunting season, right? Everybody's got their priorities. Ted's getting ready for hunting. I am too a little bit. I've got to get my bow out because I got a hunt in Ohio that I won in an auction, and I'm looking forward to that. Southern Ohio, around the Cincinnati area. But I'm a traditional bow hunter. I don't have training wheels on my bow, so I hunt with a recurve and a longbow. So I got to get out there. 10 September, Nicole. 10 September is when this tournament cuts off. So I've got to get out and practice a lot before I get out and hunt. So I know, Nicole. I got it. It is the 10th of September is the closeout of the tournament. You sent me the email. I seen it. So it's a 3-week tournament. It started on 20 August. 27, which was this week, was 1 week. 3 September is 2 weeks. The third week is the 10th of September. So it's a 3-week tournament. Yeah, Bugley, you got to get. I thought Bugley you'd have 3 in here. Spaceman, I thought you'd have some in here too. But I'm sure you're coming. You're going to have some coming that way. So 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. Yes, Nicole. And as always, I'm pretty flexible with that. If you minutes, I'm not going to ding you for a few minutes or something like that. The 10th of September, right? Bass Hunter, you're going to upgrade a little. I mean, you're in a good spot now, but you can't let your guard down. I know all those. Well, I know you know Mike Pendleton. he is out there, I'm sure, with you. So, Nicole, you're holding out. That's fine. That's fine. I got you. I understand. There's not. Hey, the 5 bass draw. Patrick, who won the 5 bass draw last year, snuck in at 10:59 last night, and man, made it interesting. Made it interesting for sure. Yeah, Bogley, you got some. I fished the Delaware, and there's some nice smallies on the Delaware. Yeah, I get you, Spaceman. Fishing to grind. You got to get out there and just go at it. Like I said today, I mean, first bass I put in the boat was 5-pounder, and then everything else was 10, 11 inches. It doesn't help me when I'm trying to get content out, because it's hard to put out a video if no one wants to see you catch some 10-inch bass. You might want to see it once or twice, but not every episode. So hopefully tomorrow we get some big ones. Let me put the link up here just in case anybody wants to jump in. You want to jump in and join me? I just put up the link there. Just click on the link if you're on Facebook or YouTube, and you jump in. John, I was just looking through YouTube. I get the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday at work has been crazy, so I hadn't had much time. But I just seen you put a new episode out. I'm going to watch it tonight. I'll tell you what, though, John. I just got an email. Someone must have sent me some. Oh, it's just a comment. I'm really looking forward to this team tournament, the way it's shaking up. We've got a lot of new people joining in this team tournament. I think it's going to be exciting. Big Bait Punch says Chris is on a good largemouth bite. I'm pulling I'm pulling for him to stay on a largemouth bite. I gotcha. Oh, John, I got to pump. Everybody out here probably knows John and Linda, by the way, from Smallwater Chargers. I love John's videos because he gets music in it. I love John's videos, period, but they catch a lot of fish. But he always gets good music in there. And I'm always wondering, how in the heck does John not get caught on the music? Getting caught up on the music copyright thing. It sounds like they got you finally, John. The YouTube police got you. Boogie Fever got blocked. All right. Southern Georgia kayak bass fishing. I'm hoping that you're doing okay, because right now that storm is right over Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, moving up around Brunswick area. Savannah, Brunswick, or maybe it's even past you by now. John says, I get claims, but I don't care about the money. Yeah, same with me. As we all know, this YouTube gig, unless you're getting millions of views, is not all that. Yeah, so Gary lives up in Panama City. It missed him, went south of him, and John and Linda is right south, right at Okeechobee. So that hurricane split 2 of our folks there. Okay, it just passed you there in Georgia. Brian, if you get KVD into my tournament, you the man. You the man. That's going to be something else. You got lots of options around here. Nathan Cross. Nathan, if you're on here, you and Bass Hunter join up for the team tournament. You both get out there and fish a lot. Just make sure I'm catching up all the comments here. Temps drop, holding at 73 all week. Man, 73 degrees is great temperature. There's a lot of us that would just love to have 70 degrees. I'm just laughing. What's funny, John, Roland, it wouldn't shock me if you rolled up with Roland Martin, but what wouldn't shock me if Lindia rolled up with Roland Martin and said, John, you're out. Yeah, if KVD wins Shane money, I think KVD's got a little bit more, maybe a little bit more money than me. And Ted, I'm fortunate they don't win my money anymore. They win Omnia Fish's money. So we're fishing a kayak derby Sunday, even with all the fresh. Oh, okay. I'm laughing at John. John says he doesn't let Lindia be alone with Roland Martin. He says his comment was, I got to bring it. I can just show it. Wait, hold on. I wouldn't let her be alone with that old. I've heard Roland Martin's stories. I've heard them, and you've told me a few as well. Alex Cooper is going to fish with John and Coach. That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, thanks, Ted. Speaking of, oh, hey, Nathan. I was just talking about you, Nathan. I was telling Bass Hunter's looking for a partner for the team tournament. He says he's already got one. He made a comment, but love to see you in the team tournament here in Virginia. I'm going to throw up the spreadsheet here in just a few minutes one more time. I know you just came in. You're going to want to see it. But I'll throw it up here in about 5 minutes or so. You're gonna partner up with Nick. Okay. That's good. Oh, okay. He was on the golf course with Alice Cooper today. Like I said, I hadn't got a checkup on YouTube lately. Last day or so. And I could have today, but instead I went fishing. Russell, do you think fishing is better either before or after a hurricane? Beards and Bass. He's there in Florida. John and Lindia's fished with him down there in Florida. He's in the same area. He did a live yesterday fishing before the hurricane. I don't know. I mean, typically I would tell you the pressure's dropping, the fish are going to bite. But I don't know if he did that well or not. I didn't watch all of it. But the other thing you got to think about, just what John just put up there, depends on the rut, on the what happens to the water levels, and it clouds up the water. Afterwards, the pressure, you usually end up the pressure drops and then it stabilizes. You get all the rainwater. It can be tough fishing. I hear you, John. I got you a little bit on that. It can be really tough if the rainwater afterwards, for sure. I would not fish after, just like when a major cold front goes through, unless it's a full moon. We had a cold front go through today in Virginia this morning. I was out there right before it went through, and like I said, the bite wasn't that great. I did catch a few, but I won't go out after a cold front. I would not go out right after a hurricane. Now I'm going out to Hunting Run one day after a cold front. Because in the summer, a little bit different. Winter, spring, fall, winter, definitely I am going. I'm a day or two, especially if it's north winds. Oh, good point. Hey, Russell, this is a good point. Find a runoff and fish will stop up there to get oxygen. Yeah, that is a really good point. I put out a video. It's been a couple of years ago. It's called That Secret Spot, and Brian Green knows about that secret spot. It's on Lake Mooney, and Lake Mooney is right next to I can't remember the name of the river. It's right here by my house. Anyways, they pump water from the river into the lake to fill the lake back up, because it's a drinking water river. And when that water flows into the lake, man, I sit there and just pick off bass left and right, just little Kitech or a little crankbait, and you just kill them right there in that running water. Yeah, the Rappahannock. It's on the Rappahannock. They pump water from the Rappahannock into Mooney. And man, when that water starts flowing in the lake, it comes down a little chute, and I see that water start coming down, I am there. Yeah, Russell says I remember that video. Yeah, it's if you find that water running somewhere, it can be very productive. Hey, that's a good point, John. I remember that video. Joe, John, and Lindy, Joe from Parabellum Fishing, and they caught 140 bass right after the hurricane, and the water was way up. So, I mean, great question, Russell. I would say you're rolling the dice. I've caught monsters there on the Alabama River. Yeah, it's a good spot. That's a good spot. But, 150 bass between 3 people, that's a heck of a day. That is a heck of a day for sure. For sure. All right, I know Brian is, or Nathan is curious about the spreadsheet. I'm going to throw that up one more time here in just a couple minutes. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody's comments. Yeah, John, this is true. I've heard this from so many people, and John and Lindy live right there. I mean, we're fishermen, right? All fishermen got a little bit of your own way of telling stories, but the fact is, when you hear a lot of fishermen say the same thing over and over, it's probably pretty consistent. And after Irma, Okeechobee got killed, and it's still not the same. If you're not out there, if I'm not mistaken, John, flipping the reeds, I mean, that's that's basically what Okeechobee's turned into now is reed flipping, because it's not recovered from that hurricane. And it will. We all know it will. I mean, that's last tournament they did on Okeechobee, the bag limits were pretty good, but it's still not back to the traditional lake that we knew. My dream when I was a kid was to get to fish Lake Okeechobee. And now I don't want to go to Okeechobee. I want to go to Donkey Land or Headwaters, or if I go down and visit John and Lindy, I'm going to go to Headwaters or Donkey Land because it's great. Yeah, we ripped everything out of the lake. Just did. Donkey Land is like old Okeechobee, like old Okeechobee. Yep. I believe you, John. All right, guys, let me throw a spreadsheet up one more time. Let me share my screen here. Bam. There we go, folks. For those of you that just came in, I know Nathan just came in. Nathan, you turned in the biggest smallmouth of the tournament, lengthwise, 21 inches. Nice bass, Nathan. And you're sitting in third place at 50.5. Bass Hunter is at 55.25, and then Mike Pendleton and Big Bait Posse is in there at 51.5. It's a tight between 1, 2, and 3. And I know there are folks in here that haven't turned in fish. And again, you don't have to wait. This is a cold tournament. You can turn in as many fish as you want. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, James Anderson, he just culled. I just culled all those fish. He had some 10, 11 inches in there, and I culled them out right before we started this this live. Bogley, get your butt in gear, brother. I know you got some big smallmouths there in the Delaware. So there we go. Yep, Nathan, get out there and upgrade those small ones. Dude, if you get 21 inches, man, that's going to be amazing. Deadline, Steve, is 10 September, midnight on 11:59. I'm not that picky. You get me your fish right there. We're gonna get you there. The 10th of the Sunday, 10th of September is the last day to turn in fish at midnight. And that was a big smallmouth today, Chris, not a carp. He showed me a picture. I made sure it wasn't a carp. Hey, Mike Pendleton caught a 22-inch smallmouth in the 5 bass draw. That's the biggest smallmouth ever turned in any of our tournaments. Oh, he lost a big one. He hoped it was a snag this carp winner. Hey, Russ, thanks for stopping in, brother. Thank you. It's just making sure I get all the comments here. Nate, were you? Hey, I'm not asking you to give up your secret fishing spot. Are you on the Rappahannock? Are you on the Shenandoah? Where'd you find these big smallies at? I know you don't have a lot of competition locally. Matter of fact, I think you're the only local guy around here. Russell, I think you might have entered. Are you river fishing, or you got a great place, a good lake or something that I'm not aware of around here? Yeah, John. Thanks. Hey, Russ, I know you're probably interested. The Potomac. Really? All right. Upper Potomac. Yeah, Upper Potomac's really good. That's really good. All right. That kind of. Russell Gardner, do both team members have to have their own email? Russ, I would prefer yes, but if you're fishing with a child or a teenager or somebody that doesn't have an email address, you can use the same email address, but you will get separate entry code, participant codes for the tournament. I know, I think you're fishing with your granddaughter, so I'm good with that. We're long as I know that she turns in at least one fish, and I know you usually send video evidence, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. Spaceman says, what's the water temperature down there? Today, the water temperature was 83 degrees in Virginia, if you're looking here. Hey, Dark 30, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's 80. It was up to 88 degrees a few weeks ago, but I just got an email from Brandon Treadway. We'll get you signed up, Brandon. But the water's cooled down last few days. We've had some cool temperatures, and that cold front, it's supposed to be 58 or 59 degrees in the morning. I'm gonna have to put on long sleeves to get out in the morning at 6 a.m. Do I have to split the winning gift card with your partner? Good question, Brian. No, each participant will get their gift cards. One, if it's a three, whatever the first prize is, I think it's $250 for first or $300 for first. Don't quote me. Whatever I put in the video, you'll get 2 separate gift cards. The team tournament will get 2 separate gift cards. John, I hear you, brother. Yeah, that's great weather right there. 70s for highs and 49 tonight. And the cold front that just came through and hit us just probably came through Indiana in the last few days. I'm just hoping that the water temperature tomorrow morning, or the air temperature, doesn't impact the water temperature that much for fishing tomorrow, because it's going to be. I was hoping to catch some on top water in the morning, but when the air temperature gets too cold on that warm water, they just don't like to come to the top a lot. Yeah, John, you're back in the high 90s. You got that daggum humidity down there. It's just no fun when you're in the 90s and the humidity's that high. So, all right, let me make sure I got everybody. We're getting at about a half hour here. Dark 30, really thank you for stopping by. Russell's asking Nate if you're fishing from a boat, and I think Nate's a kayak fisherman. Like you, Russell, he's been in the boat with me fishing on Mooney. but he fishes from a kayak on a day-to-day basis. North winds in Ohio today was a high of 68. Woo. Man, that's right there. When I hear 68 degrees and north winds, well, if it's windy anyway, and I'm fishing, man, that's spinnerbait weather for me. Yeah, good point. Brian's telling John that Lydia carries him. I don't think John's going to deny that at all. So. I got to say this. I know most of you have watched John and Lydia. I've been on the boat with them, and that competition is for real. That competition is for real. But that's a good comment, John. Being a good husband. You and Lindy have been married many, many years, so you've done something right. All right, folks. It's been a half hour or so. Thanks for stopping by. We will have a live next Wednesday night. I'll make sure I'll be in Pennsylvania, but I'll be able to get it taken care of from my hotel. For all you guys out there fishing the smallmouth tournament, good luck. Again, remind everybody there's no limit. You can call as many fish as you want on the smallmouth tournament when you can. And if you're interested in the team tournament, I just got another email for someone for a team. I'm getting all that together. As always, you'll get an initial response from me after I got you in the spreadsheet saying you're in, or if it's the first time into the tournament, I send you that welcome to our tournaments. But for a lot of you, like John and Lydia, I know I haven't replied to you. You guys have fished every one of my tournaments, so you know how this works. So, but you'll see some responses from me as I get everybody signed up for the tournament. All right, guys. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Like that, John. We'll talk to you. We talk to you all next Wednesday night. Have a good night, everybody.